All right. Man, we are up on a pole today. Getting crazy. Getting crazy with Insta360 X4. Nice Jeep. Sun's getting ready to set. We got the Benny, and we got the Jolene, and we got the Dan. We're going to continue our series on Robley Johnson as we walk along the Yakima River. On our way up, I'm going to give you thoughts on what I think are his best 15 or so photos that I've seen so far. And I'm going to dissect them a little bit. I'm telling you, I know photography. His lines are straight, his compositions are solid, his exposure's good. So our first photo is of these handsome workers. So the first thing you'll notice about this photo of hard-working young men is they're not that young. This is World War II. There weren't strapping young lads around to get manual labor done. Some of these guys were 40, 50, old plumbers and electricians and concrete workers and ditch diggers. All those occupations had a new lease on life at Hanford because they needed the help and they were willing to pay for it. The government was actually paying top dollar. But we're talking 1942, 1943, 44. There aren't any young men available. This is an older get-her-done group. We're talking about the World War I generation, stepped back in and used all their analog know-how. So yeah, this was a boom of sorts. And it was also a way they could help out for the war effort. That's what happened at the Hanford Construction Camp. Older people. So anyways, that's the first thing of note. Not only, you know, the way they're lined up in the photo, it's just great. This young lady, who's obviously a driver of sorts, based on the smile, based on the look on her face, she's not posing for the camera. She's smiling for Robley. That's what's going on here. There's very few people that can fake that kind of smile. So that tells you a lot about Robley as a photographer. The fact that he was likely pretty approachable. People didn't see him as a threat. Yeah, you've got reference. There's the Pasco sign there. You know, the fact that this is obviously transporting people. She's got her badge. Pretty complete photo. That's someone at work. Good use of composition. The door, I like the light on the door. There's a lot to like about that silly little photo. It's a good one. Same as this one. This photo looked like the mail person coming in with the reference, you know, the signs by the door giving information. He's got that time and place, manner, age. He's got all that dialed in his photos. He understood what he was doing. Little freckled boy, shining shoes of the cop who had too many donuts, and then the little boy, industrious, going at it. But in the background, I'm pretty sure that's the day's pay. This thing, the girls come out and pose. Now, Robley could have very easily cropped this dude out. He didn't. That says a lot about his photography. He might have wanted to see a reaction. I don't know that. I think the guy's there by accident, but it's not by accident that he took the guy in the photo there. The girls are all lined up right in the doorway. All of his perspective is controlled. His horizontal lines are perfect. I'd say he nailed it. This is obviously a guy who's hewing logs. The railroad track that's sitting on top obviously is laid down to work as a level and a weight. The pose is just great. There's no doubt he is working some timber right there. And it's getting used for a couple things. Rail tracks, signposts, gates, security. Also the dining room. Same size, same everything. Check out the perspective on this shot. The lighting along the top. You got the leading lines with the posts. You've also got the tables heading the perspective a little different way. Dining room's all set up. Let's eat. He obviously used a long shutter. You can see motion in there of people reaching for things or doing things. 1-2 punch right there. Let's hit another one. This might look like a bar to some people, but I think to the older generation, they recognize it as a soda fountain. See the straws, the cups, the metal cups, the milkshake machines. Next one is that one's not soda pop, not at all. They are having a party. This isn't a soda pop crowd. This is a champagne crowd. As much as Robley didn't go into the reactors and such, he did grab these shots. I have friends that work at Hanford. They would talk about burial grounds, and I naively thought they were talking about Native American burial grounds. They weren't. They're talking about barrels and boxes, all sorts of toxic stuff, buried it, and the worst part is they didn't mark it. Time moved on. There's different generations that happened here. That's part of the problem. Now we're gonna get heavy. Look at this douche. He's leading the charge. He's got his white suit. He's ready to have him a good time with the black faces behind him. Jeez, look at this egotistical bastard. And then you got the black faces, the white people with the black makeup behind him, getting ready to put on their performance, show everybody how funny black people are. This is the final one. It's obviously a fire extinguisher demonstration where they're, sampling how to use. At least that's what I think's happening. Bottom left corner, look at the shape of that hat. Look at the shape of the box below the hat. That's a shadow, and I'm pretty sure that's Robley. That's our selection. Hope you enjoyed this walk around. See you later.